Hello, Commanders, and welcome to another day in Star Trek Fleet Command. In today's video, I want to explore with you the Voyager and how we can take down those Hirogen hostiles for the loot that we need for our turn-ins most effectively. So, what am I talking about? Well, as part of, let me open up the Voyager tab here. As part of the turn-ins for the Hirogen loot to get the juice to do the summoning every day, or I guess if you do it every couple of days, that's fine too. You need to farm these up here, the Hirogen Relics, okay? And you're going to get those from Hirogens in the Dairy Queen, or DQ space. I think it's funny, Dairy Queen. Okay, so what we're talking about is we're going all the way up here, and for me and my level of ship and so forth, I'm hitting in this system right here. Okay, but you may be a little bit different. If you're just starting your Voyager kind of progression, you're going to start here in Velix, and it just goes around up here to Otana, Derivo, and so forth, and it goes around, and you just go all the way around here as you progress through it. So the question that I seem to be getting a lot, or have gotten a lot recently when we're talking about Voyager, is this. I don't have Janeway. Who should I use? Well, we're going to figure that answer out today. And the answer I'm going to give you, please remember that this is crew testing I've done based upon my characters or my officers' tiers, my stats I'm able to stack, and so forth. For example, what do I mean by that? Well, when you add officers to a ship, let me go to the ship first. When you add officers to the ship, first off, you want to meet these stats over here, especially attack and health. Health is going to speak to like your shield and hull health. Attack is the damage you're doing. Defense impacts things, but not as much. That's why I'm not too worried about having a little bit less. Plus, I was trying to not change my below deck for all the testing that I did. I want to make sure you knew that as well. So, first off, meet these stats. And then after that, certain officers, like one I found that was pretty effective was my Charvinic, who is maxed. Let me show you. At the start of combat, Charvinic increases armor piercing of the ship by 16,000. Sorry, 1,600%. 16,000. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? 1,600% of the health of the crew on the ship. So after you've met your stats, the amount of health that you have in total here is okay to exceed as much as you can past meeting your max bonus in this ship is 500%. Because the more health you add, the more that's going to get through their mitigation. So with these hostiles that we're hitting, okay, let me pull up a battle report. One of the ones that I did when I was testing. When you look at these Hirogen Hunter Elites, once again, my power is different just because I'm hitting in higher system. If yours isn't as high, don't worry about it. But when we're looking at these hostiles, we want to come down here to health. No, sorry, defense. Where is defense? I had all these extra lines with the new hazard resistance, ion storm resistance. That's all this extra stuff in the new G6 update. Anyway, so what we're looking at here are armor, shield deflection, and dodge. Armor is a stat for battleships, shield deflection for explorers, and dodge for interceptors. So this right here is where they're getting their mitigation from. It's essentially how the hostile works. And as you can see, the shield deflection and dodge are very small in comparison to the armor. And that's typical. This is a battleship. And so the thing that's going to do the most damage getting past their mitigation is if you have something that can pierce their armor. And so that's why Charvinic, which we'll see in a minute here, works so well. So bottom line, what I did was I went into Spock's Club, which is this amazing site for testing and calculating build costs. There's all sorts of good stuff in there. But what I did was I ran specific crews, And you know, you may have one battle in particular where you crit or you pop criticals frequently, and so it ends the battle quicker. You may have some where it's less. And so what I did was I ran 5 battles, hit 551 hostiles, 51 battleships, these new hostiles in this 51 system. And I did it with like 5 different crews. I wanted to give just a flavor for the different things that you might consider, I might consider, you know, to kind of show what works the best. Okay, so let's hop over to Spots Club. And here I have the 5 crews that I used. Okay, going left to right. And as you can see right here, it's 5 battles, 5 battles, 5 battles for everyone. Okay, so we have 5 of 11 Charvanek Lorca, 5 of 11 Lorca Khan, 5 of 11 Charvanek Picard Bev, Pick Bev. We've got the best crew here that, once again, the purpose of this video is to show you if you don't have this crew, who do you use? But I wanted to have it in there as a comparison, right? Okay, so we've got Janeway, the EMH doctor who provides mitigation for his ship, and Torres who does piercing. And mine, you know, Torres I think is only level 1, so not too super impressive right now, but still provides synergy to Janeway. And the last one is 5 Charvanek and Khan. So let's look at a couple of things here. So we know there's 5 battles each. This here, it gives us an estimated kills per hull. Very interesting when you look at it. We see that 131. So if you don't have Janeway, that's too bad because you can kill a lot more with her and her crew. They're amazing when it comes to killing the Hirogen for that loot. The next best, you're either going to go with this one right here where you've got 5 of 11 providing you know, she's going to get the loot bonus, of course, but she has mitigation. You have Khan for popping the criticals. I don't know if you noticed, but in my crew setup, I have Hugh below deck, so he helps pop criticals as well. But Charvanek is key in a lot of these setups that work well because she does the piercing. Okay, piercing and criticals. So this one is pretty close to this one over here with Lorca instead of Khan. But let's go down a little bit. I think the next major thing here, we look at damage done, and that can be important when we're looking at these battle reports. It looks like this one does the most damage, which kind of makes sense because you got Lorca who is creating hull breach and Khan with the criticals is doing massive damage. But I want to scroll down here to damage taken, because when we're looking at how long we're going to last, we want to see, okay, the hull damage is how much damage we are taking. And the best one with the least amount of hull damage is the Janeway, the Voyager crew, right? Okay. But it looks like the next best crew is this one right here, closely tied and matches what we looked at above with number of kills. So it probably is going to depend largely on the level of your officers for which one of these is going to work the best. My Lorca isn't maxed. I'd have to check and see what level he's at. But ultimately what this tells me, because if you look at the others, Picard Beverly didn't really add that much value, a little bit, but she increases critical damage every time you're hit. And the reason why that probably didn't work as well is because these rounds are fairly short. I think I had between 3 rounds and like 5 or 6 rounds, depending upon the crew or on the battle. But the key here is going to be Charvanek. Charvanek, once again, does the armor piercing. And so when we're looking at which one's going to be the most effective, you're going to want to make sure that you have your Charvanek max as much as you can. You know, each tier you're going to get a little bit higher percentage for that armor piercing. But I would either go with Lorca or Khan. Khan looks like he's a little bit better taking these hostiles out. But also my Khan is maxed. So every round that the ship gets hit, he increases critical chance by 5%. Yours may not be maxed. So you might want to play with it and just look and see, okay, I know since I don't have Janeway, I need to pick one of these. you may want to look and say to yourself, okay, is my Lorca popping more, or is Con? Is Con only tier 1? Then maybe you might want to go with Lorca. But essentially, 5 Charvinic and then either Lorca or Con is what I would recommend from the testing that I did. So there's some information for you. Those are the crews I would recommend, either this first one or this last one. Either 5 of 11 Charvinic Lorca or substitute Con for Lorca, and just see how it goes. Hopefully you'll have some good sourcing as far as getting Janeway unlocked. I know that not everyone has her unlocked, and so that's why I'm getting so many questions about this, but I think you can maybe make some good luck with looking at those crews and running them and seeing which one works best for you. So that's all the video is today. So hopefully this has made sense and helped you in your journey. Anyways, thank you so much, Commanders, for watching the video today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like, and hit the bell notification. It really helps out the channel, helps us grow, and helps me to really be able to provide more of these great qualities videos as this channel does grow, and I'm able to help more of you out. So leave your questions and comment below, and feel free to join our Discord if you haven't already. That's where we will be doing our monthly giveaways for battle passes, and hopefully we can do more as we see this channel grow. So anyways, thank you so much and have a good day.